that's even possible, right? Because you're tied in and networked with different stores. So we just wanted to let you know that how to create income when you have your stores. No reason you should go out of business. Every industry, there's opportunities to network and help others, and you gotta look at it like that. When you're helping others, get their name out there, put yourself on the map. You're helping yourself as well, right? Because when they grow, you grow, and it creates a relationship opportunity. So when they get big enough and have a store, well, you could tell them like, we looked out for you for 2-3 years. We want to put some products in your store. We want to have a table here. Most likely, because you helped them even get to that store, they'll say, you know what, yes, thank you. Where do you want to be at? And you might be a part of the grand opening. You might be a part of their anniversary event. Like, look at how that happens just from opening your doors and saying we want to network with you, right? Let's get to another way, right? We're coming up with different ways with you collaborating with other entrepreneurs, you're creating income. Another way is you can have an upsell when they get their space to a media package. So let's say, for example, the media package is $200 more. With that media package, you're going to create content and you're going to have a brand expert come in and film a podcast. All right, how my experts doing? James Lee Love. We're in another episode of Brands Experts Podcast. And Brands Experts Podcast is a part of Brands Experts Marketing, digital marketing agency where tech focused brands, right, use marketing creation, um, content creation, content marketing, and content marketing training, right, to grow their brand communities and income through digital marketing. Right here, we had an incredible store, Glitz Sparkle, in the Antelope Valley Mall, located in Palmdale, California. So we're in the area, come check them out. Great spot, great location. And, they do a lot of great things as far as, with the women's wear, right? Women's clothing and things like that. But what they also do, what makes the brand really unique, is they partner with local vendors to do, like, they get these, vendor booths, right? And they're kind of like here for as ever they want them here to push their brand, right? So that's something that we know is really huge. We love that. We respect that they've opened this space up for local vendors to come in, get a spot, because sometimes not having that can hold you back, right? But what we're talking about today is how to use a physical location to grow your marketing, right? To how to you know use that to get sales digitally, right? So let's get into it, right? How to use a physical location to grow your income digitally, to grow your income digitally. Okay. Well, the first thing you want to do is have areas for vendors, like in your space. Like, you're just starting off, right? And other places are just starting off too. But if you had that retail space, right, and it's in alignment with other brands, that's a great way to tie in, you know, with your concept with others. Because here's what you're going to get: you're going to get traffic from your end, and you're going to get traffic from their end too. So you're going to get traffic that comes from both sides, right? That traffic from both sides is incredible, because somebody might be coming to Glitz Sparkle to buy something, right, from one of these brands, right, that are here. And with them coming to buy something for one of these brands, they actually buy something else that's on the rack or try something on, right? So, you know, and there's multiple layers. We'll get into it on why that is so. But if you look at it, that's a great, thing to do. So this brand right here that partner with Glitz Sparkle is Mommy and Me Crash for You, right? So they have the tumblers, they have a lot of the stuff here, right? They also have another brand right here, Dollar Creations, right? We just did some content with them on our other podcast, Brands Marketing Community, right? So shout out to her, shout out to the brand, shout out to Zell, all the, great, you know, brands, tech focused brands that were there and that we created content with at Refuge Snacks 3 years event. But yeah, she has these, crochet items, right? You see this right here. So these are nice. People that come in this store will actually see that. And then with Mommy and Me Crafts for You, right, you see the tumblers, right? You see all these, kind of great, unique pieces that you get to see. They're here. So you get to kind of tie everything in to make it all make sense, right? So that's, again, the first way. We'll get into this again. I just want to feature what you're looking at. But again, when you have your store, right, if you can tie in with local businesses and create nice spaces for them to do their thing, what will happen is you get the income from that coming in, right? And you also get the traffic, right? That's, two ways, right? Cool. Let's get into the third way, which is a really unique thing that you can do, right? Is you can have workshops. So when the vendors are here, you can say, hey, we want you to do at least one workshop a month where you pick what you want to do when you're doing your workshop. You can teach people how you create stuff. You can go through the story of your brand, whatever you want to do. But if you do the workshop, I mean, that opens up traffic to come in because all their people that are involved with their brand are going to come into the workshop and you get to create content, right? Tie them in with your store, right? So that's good marketing. And then it could be tickets to the event. So you could do signing, you could do giveaways for different things, right? Raffles. And you just market that out all month and just have different days and times where these experts come in for that, right? And you just tie it in with the whole story. You're making it more of an experience. Like you got to remember when you're doing brick and mortar, it's when people come to your place, if you make it an experience, not just a shopping experience, but an actual experience where they get to create content, they get to interact with products, right? You have a special guest, right? A special entrepreneur from your area that comes in and ties in with the brand. It's a way to take what you're doing and take it to another level because you have that content that lives forever, but you also create a reason for people to come into your store, right? Because you want to, with business, you always want to make sure you differentiate yourself, right? What makes your store unique? If everybody knows that you do events, let's say 3 Saturdays a month, they might not even be thinking about buying anything, but let's say they want to, go on a date or go on a family outing. They know that there's events that are happening at your brick and mortar, and that'll give them a reason to tie in. Sometimes people will come because they're like, okay, what time was the event? The event may be over, but since they took all that work to get to the store, they'll still buy something, right? There still might be more raffles to do. There might be other things. So, you know, when you're collaborating, right? Like look at the opportunities. Like don't just look at your store if you're an entrepreneur just starting out like it's just for you. Look at it like it's for your community and other local entrepreneurs to flourish and grow. Because what you don't really understand is you might be doing great, but the economy shifts, right? Like if you notice during COVID time, a lot of businesses had to close. We talk about gyms, you talk about a lot of the nightlife stuff, right? All that stuff closed. A lot of barbershops closed. They couldn't operate. What stayed open? Grocery stores stayed open, right? What else stayed open, right? The essential businesses and brands. Car shops stayed open. So if you create an opportunity where these car shops and these local brands like that could have networked with you, or when things are slow, you can go in there and have a booth, have a table. Like you can, because that yes, that may have been a once in a lifetime thing, but different things are hot at different times, right? You don't always know what's hot. Sometimes it's men's clothing. Sometimes it's sports, right? Because if you look at it, right, like Super Bowl is coming up, right? Right now we're in November 2023, but February 2024. So the world tunes into the Super Bowl. Like some people that never watch football all year watch that game because it's a party, it's an event. And so if you have any type of football, it might not even be NFL, it might be a football pillow. People will buy it, right? But it's the fact that you're, tied in that's even possible, right? Because you're tied in and networked with different stores. So we just wanted to let you know that how to create income when you have your stores. No reason you should go out of business. Every industry, there's opportunities to network and help others, and you gotta look at it like that. When you're helping others, get their name out there, put yourself on the map. You're helping yourself as well, right? Because when they grow, you grow, and it creates a relationship opportunity. So when they get big enough and have a store, well, you could tell them like, we looked out for you for 2-3 years. We want to put some products in your store. We want to have a table here. Most likely, because you helped them even get to that store, they'll say, you know what, yes, thank you. Where do you want to be at? And you might be a part of the grand opening. You might be a part of their anniversary event. Like, look at how that happens just from opening your doors and saying we want to network with you, right? Let's get to another way, right? We're coming up with different ways with you collaborating with other entrepreneurs, you're creating income. Another way is you can have an upsell when they get their space to a media package. So let's say, for example, the media package is $200 more. With that media package, you're going to create content and you're going to have a brand expert come in and film a podcast with them and push it. So now, no matter, even if they're there for a month, they got media that lives forever. The media, you can remarket it, repost it, show people where you've been, who you collaborated with. It doesn't go away. It's there forever. And that's another way. So let's say, for example, you worked with 10 brands, right? And let's say 5 of them got the media package, right? You do simple math. 200 times 5, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's an extra 1,000, right? So say you had to break bread with the media creation and it cost an extra 500, but you got them all done in the same day. Cool. You still took 500 from, you didn't have to do anything. You contacted the media company, they filmed it, and a brand came in at the time and did it. But because you created the offer, that's another 500 with income, and every time you can make sure that you get some content that's with that too. So look what you did. That quick, that easy, right? Like, it's an incredible opportunity. So listen, we really want to shout out Glitz Sparkle for what they represent for entrepreneurship, what they represent for fashion industry, women's fashion, just pure what they represent. In this Antelope Valley community is needed, and the way they put it together, the aesthetics, it's a really great idea, and the execution is right up there with the idea. Like, high low execution. They have lights set up for the holidays. They really care about the look. They care, like when you come in as a customer, they greet you, they let you know about their offers and stuff like that. Like, these are the things you do, right? And they also showcase the other entrepreneurs that have spaces here. They showcase their products really well too, right? We just love that they do that. And what takes it to another level, we want to say this too. If you're in a great location that has traffic, they're in the Antelope Valley Mall. So they're in a location that has a great amount of traffic. So if you can put yourself in a location with great traffic, that helps their sales. The more you help them, the better your relationship is with them, the longer they'll stay. So when you're doing your brick and mortar, right, remember this: location, location, location. If you're in a mall, you're all the way in the corner of the mall, you might not get a lot of foot traffic. What's great about them, they're closer to the center of the mall, right? Other large locations as well, right? Like a H&M, like big brand like that. So as soon as you leave that store coming into the rest of the mall, you'll see the store immediately, lights that flash. So you're like, you'll see that immediately. So there's unique pieces that tie everything in together. So yeah. So just remember, if you have your store, your brick and mortar, there's so much things you can do, right? And we're gonna go to one last one, right? Just so you're completely covered. If you operate out of a smaller spot where you don't have like the real estate, this is a large location over 3,000 square feet, so they have space. Some people don't have space. So what you'll need to do is you'll need to do events where a vendor will come in just for that time. Say you do food, so you have somebody that does desserts that comes on Fridays, or you rotate a different dessert company that come Friday. You're busy. If you're gonna do that though, if you have a smaller location, do it on a busy day, or do it on a day where you have an event, and then you have vendors come on the inside of the store. But do it on a busy day, because if you do it on a busy day, if you're just having them there during one time during an event or something like that, they'll want to come back if it was a lot of traffic and there was a lot of target audience members that they could talk to and work with. That will get them to come back and back and back, and you know what I'm saying. Like, look at that, they're just coming back on repeat. So that's what we want. We want you to have opportunities with the brick and mortar to tie into that digital space. We talked to you about how to tie into that digital space. We want you to keep tying into that digital space. We want you to flourish with your brick and mortar. We want you to work with other brands, and don't let anything stop you. Continue to work, continue to strive, and continue to be experts with everything that you do. All right, this is James Lee Love on location at Glitz Sparkle. Make sure you check out the store if you're in the area. Make sure you check out the social media page. Right, get them a follow, or check out if you need something for the holidays or anytime during the year. Check them out online, see what you can get online, but come in the store if you can in the Antelope Valley area. It's about 70 miles north of Los Angeles. Really, like closer to 60 years in Palmdale, so about 60 miles north of Los Angeles. So definitely come check them out. James Lee Love signing out. Let's go. Brands Experts Podcast, part of Brands Experts Marketing. Let's go. Bam. Whew. For checking out this episode of the Brands Experts Podcast. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you check out all our socials like Instagram. Make sure you check out our website, and make sure you check out our VIP, brandsexpertspodcast.com. Exclusive VIP stuff, interviews, exactly how to make money, exactly how to partner with great brands. These are things you need to know, right? You got to remember, if you want to get to where you need to go, you need to pay for that, right? That's how you paying for that value that you need. So make sure you go over there, check that out. And yeah, we're here for you. Brands Experts Podcast. Let's go.